Alright, so this is a 1990 Nissan D21 pickup truck, and we've got a cut brake line that you can see right there. You see how it's cut, so I lost brakes about a week or so ago. I've ordered new brake lines from Napa, both sides. The left side here is 38491. I believe the right side was 38494 is on those, but anyways, just so you know. So first, to take it off, I've got a 10 millimeter open wrench here that I will unloosen the brake line. Okay, so you can see we've got the nipple out here, and there's a little clip that needs to be pulled out, and with that you can use generally just a screwdriver. Kind of coax it with see how that's coming out. And then you can see how that just pops right down. Notice that on there, on the clip, there's a part with that little V on the bottom, and the top side's flat. So the new one's got to go in that same slot there. See, here's that new V slot right there. So I'm just going to pop it back up into that same spot right there. And for now, put in my clip. You can see how it's all in there right now. Where I put that nipple back in, spray it off a little bit, clean it. You can grab one of these rags out of the kitchen, out of your kitchen drawer. It's just washcloth. They make great shop rags. Just don't tell your wife or significant other. Careful not to cross thread, otherwise that would be a mess. See this right here, this bolt? This bolt is holding the bottom piece of it, so that needs to come undone. There will be two copper washers right there that'll need to come off. And that is a 12 millimeter. You see that copper ring right there? Don't over tighten, as always. That's my Torx wrench. You just kind of know when to stop. And then that's it. You can see we'll bleed the brake lines next, and I'll show you how to do that. So with brake lines, bleeding them, you want to start out the farthest away from the reservoir. So as you see up here, we've got our reservoir right here, and it's pretty much dry because I lost a lot when I just changed out the brake lines. So we'll want to start off at the passenger rear brake, and then we'll move over to the driver's side rear brake, and we'll move to passenger side front brake, and then driver's side front brake as far as bleeding that out. So to begin with, you want to fill up your reservoir. And it's okay to overfill it because we're going to be pumping the brakes and flushing it through the lines. You never want to get an air bubble trapped in your line, otherwise you got to start over and repump them. That's how you lose the compression or pressure in your brake system. So we'll fill that up and we'll kind of watch it as we pump the brakes. So let's go back to the passenger side rear brake.
It's our shop mascot.
If you're not able to pull off a brake drum, which it feels pretty tight on there, you can get a bolt that will fit right in here. Careful not to cross thread it. this pushes against the inside. You can see how that's starting to come out like that. And I like to do it evenly. So let's back off of that. And we'll get this side now. Now. And voila. You can see how that pushed against right here and there to help get it off. So we're going to replace these brake pads with some new ones, and then I'll show you how to bleed the brakes. Okay, I managed to pull the brake pads off. You can see that they're right here. And then I've got my new ones. Actually, the old ones don't even look too bad. But I've had the truck for 5 or 6 years, and so might as well replace them, because I haven't done that to the rear drums. So we'll just take apart this one and reassemble the new one, and then put it back on. I've almost got the new pads on. I'm going to make sure that you hook up the parking brake. See it right there, and it just hooks into that clip right there, so I'll get that. One thing that I do with that flat piece to get it on is I'll take some vice grips here, and I'll take that piece that has that slot cut in it, like that, and I'll grab it like that, and then I put that spring on right over the edge of it. And then when I get that vice grip piece on over that piece right there, then I'll use my other hand, and then I just turn that little flat little piece right there. I just turn it 90 degrees into it, and then that helps lock it down. But it takes a little bit of muscle to push that spring with the vice grip, but you'll get it. Okay, so brake is all assembled. New pads, and now we'll put the brake drum back on, and then I'll show you how to bleed them. Alright, so we'll place this drum back on, and it may be kind of tight. Just like that. That piece anymore. Okay, so that's on. So now to bleed the brakes, you can see this nipple right there. And we just get a little bit of rubber tubing, fit that right over the edge of it. That fits nice and snug. And then we're gonna have my buddy here pump the brakes. What I'll do is I will release the nipple. He'll push in the brake pedal. That will push dirty brake fluid through the lines and out. As he pushes it, he gets to the bottom. I'll tighten it back up. Then he'll release the brake pedal, and then we'll repeat. So we'll go ahead to that point.
Okay, release it. Okay, go ahead and push it again. Let me know when you get to the floor.
You want to make sure that the fluid in the reservoir is full. So periodically you want to come up and make sure that it's full. Otherwise you're just going to pump air through the brake lines and have to do it all over again. So just periodically come and check and make sure that your reservoir is full. Okay, go ahead. You can see how it's pumping air bubbles up through. Push it. Release. I'm going to do one more. Push it. And then release. I'm going to tighten that up a little bit. Pull that down. We got good clean fluid there. Put our cap on. Okay, and then we're on to our last side, which is the driver's side front brake. Okay, and then once it feels nice and tight on the brake pedal, then you can go ahead and tighten it down for the final time. And that's it. Okay, and that's it for that tire. Those brakes. Okay, so then when you're done, just make sure that you just top it off to the max line right there, and then you're good to go. Make sure that you put the cap on. And that's all there is to it. So that's how you change the brake lines, and we changed the rear brake drum pads on the 1990 Nissan D21 pickup truck. And thanks again for watching.